I can see the light, but I can also see the cold skin. I don't know what else there is to I'm going my best not to run away.
Hi, this is Tiffany Fontenot, your friendly reverse speech analyst. So I came this morning, Jen Psaki, Anderson Cooper. I've looked at these people's reverse speech, and I'm a certified analyst. So let's look in the CIA reading room because they have studied it. Here is reverse speech in the CIA reading room. Okay. I'm also a targeted individual being hit through the weaponized grid by people making money to depopulate humans. Now, this is the very first time I've run across this phenomenon from YouTube. So people have found, according to YouTube, okay, Jen Psaki was asked about why China Joe was letting China back on our grid. Okay, we're already being depopulated by this grid that they built up around us. Okay, and my father and my first husband have already been depopulated. Their YouTube is literally trying to keep this information from people. This is the very first time this has come up. So I'm just telling you guys, okay, when I try to watch this video, okay, with Jen Psaki's reverse speech in it that I have analyzed, that says that Amazon's, that's indicating that Amazon's Oz, A-W-S, is connected to a wish for making families sad, connected to our grid and China and Joe Biden letting them back on our grid. Okay, this is what I got. The following content has been identified by YouTube, the YouTube community, as inappropriate or offensive to some audiences. Now, that audience, okay, is not a real audience. You understand that, right? It's people who want to keep this information from you. So I'll be surprised how long this video stays up. Okay, and I've never gone through this process. Here we go.
In an executive order that the president signed last week, he also suspended a Trump administration executive order that was particularly aimed at keeping foreign countries, specifically China, from interfering in the U.S. power grid. But he suspended that for 90 days in that executive order last week. Given what you said about China today, why didn't he do that, especially related to something so critical to our national security as the power grid?
I think the president's view on our relationship with China, I tried to do my best to convey to all of you. I'll have to check on that specific piece and we'll circle back with you directly.
Okay, she's going to circle back. She's going to circle back. Okay, so then I did the reversal for that. Alright, so the reversal was how evil Oz behaving. It wished sad family. Okay, the interpretation for that is connected to Biden suspending Trump's EO for 90 days to keep China off of our power grid is being conveyed to us that evil Oz, likely Amazon's Oz, has had evil behavior connected to a wish for families to be sad. Okay? So, again, how evil Oz behaving, it wished sad family.
The executive order that the president signed last week, he also suspended a Trump administration executive order that was particularly aimed at keeping foreign countries, specifically China, from interfering in the U.S. power grid. But he suspended that for 90 days in that executive order last week. Given what you said about China today, why didn't he do that, especially related to something so critical to our national security as the power grid?
I'll have to. I think the president's view on our relationship with China, I tried to do my best to convey to all of you. I'll have to check on that specific piece, and we'll circle back with you directly.
Okay, evil Oz, wishing sad families. Okay, so then, and then I put my YouTube video here. And this video, hi guys, I'll, let you guys circle back and go watch. Okay, that one is right. Okay, right here. And it's about 25 minutes and it goes into detail. Okay, but I just want to show you this one place in this video where I show you the Amazon Prime van here. Okay, that I documented on April 3rd, 2020. Okay, it was in front of our house for 5 days, delivering EMF torture, apparently, according to the reverse speech. In retribution for an Ivanka Trump reversal that I posted that looks like it outed a mass kill they were planning to do using the weaponized grid on a Saturday night. So I don't know if they stopped that ridiculousness yet or not. But I published it, and they were concerned about their AI, like they were concerned it was going to have an effect on their AI in some way. Okay, so here's that clip.
Hi! Hey, how you doing? How are you? Pretty good, how are you? Yeah, trying to. I'm trying to see why this Prime van is sitting and not going anywhere. This what? Is that a Prime van? Amazon Prime van? Over there? Yeah. What's it doing? Sitting there. And sitting. The prop told somebody in our community that it was their job to target people on a list. And I'm one of those people. And so are most of my family. Serious, yeah. Well, that particular one, I've seen it every day for the past 4 days on that street.
Okay, and that was the 5th day. So, that was, and then I'll let you guys, you can go and watch that if you like. But I just wanted you to see that short little clip because that's part of this. So, we've taken that all the way down from Jen all the way down to a targeted individual, me, on that kill list. And I have family members who are also appearing to be on that list because they are also being targeted, that include children and elderly. I'm getting retaliation right now. They're shaking the floor. A field has been applied to my chest. That's why I keep trying to yawn and breathe, because it comes up my feet. And a field starts, it's a vibrational field, and they start vibrating your feet, and it comes all the way up. It's constantly head to toe on my body, but it right now they're applying it right here, and right here. I mean, they're focused in right here. These are focused fields, because they're doing it head to toe 24/7. but they have their focused fields that press and stab and shoot. You know, it's not fun because this one is a radiation waterboarding posture, and they can turn the volume up or down according to how hard the vibrations are hitting me. So, and it's hitting my jaws now, right, too, and making it a little bit difficult to speak. So, to move, like there's some resistance that shouldn't be there. So, they do those fields, they hit them against my arms and legs, too, to make it more difficult to walk, to make it more difficult to do whatever it is that I'm doing. So, it's like, you know, you guys do resistance training when you're exercising. It's a little bit like that, except it's like being in a 24/7 wrestling match, you know, and they're still at it. So, you know, we have questions as to why this has not been addressed in public. I'm sure it's because it's a national security issue, but no one is talking about it. No one will report on it. I know that General Flynn and Trump both know about this. Okay, and tons of people in Washington, because of the activities of targeted individual groups, you know, in our community, but also because, like, General Flynn is following targeted individuals, you know, and the different things that Trump has said and done and addressed. I know they know. Plus, Secretary Pompeo, I found a reversal on him that indicates he does know. You know, and so I believe that one is conscious knowledge. And one that I have shared with you guys before on Trump. You know, he's appears to be adamantly opposed to this, and I believe that one's conscious knowledge also. But it is an assumption because you can't really tell in reverse speech, but you can come up with good guesses most of the time. Okay, and I'm just going to interject here. I want to get this Pompeo reversal over here on YouTube for y'all. So I'm just going to play that right quick. So, reverse speech indicates that Pompeo knows that civilian targeting is going on. So I got a reversal on it here that I'm going to play for you. So, so Pompeo used to be the CIA head and Secretary of State. And here he is where Tim Kaine was questioning Pompeo about the U.S. diplomats to Cuba and China who were targeted and have brain damage now. By the way, the media likes to forget to tell you that these people are still being targeted just like all the rest of us. And our diplomats to Cuba on the 60 Minutes piece that was done on them included the information that their children are also being targeted. Okay? Children, let me repeat that. Children are being targeted with EMF weapons. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was a classroom teacher and I know those kids were being hit. Having been hit overtly and having seen how this affects kids, I'm going to tell you right now, I know those kids were being hit in my classroom. That means that there are kids being hit in other classrooms. I also got information in reverse speech concerning when I was looking at LeBron James's reverse speech, that the kids in the I Promise school are likely to be also interfaced with AI as well. When they're hitting you with these EMF weapons, you can assume that you're being interfaced with AI in some way. Okay? They're collecting your body activity data remotely. Okay? And this is what they're doing to TIs, except people who know their TIs are being hit overtly. Okay? And my overt targeting began in late May of 2015. But like I said, and you can see satanic DARPA's advisor, one of them, Dr. James Giordano, who I've told you he's a transhumanist and he's suspect, in my opinion, due to his reverse speech that I found saying he aids the eye of the evil and that he is looking for his next victim, is what it also indicates. Who's next in our in our forcing people into illness. Okay, so he even said that there are birth to death studies going on. I mean, he tells you everything that they are doing, and uses $20 words to tell you. So I think, and you can go and search him out on YouTube and listen to all the stuff that he's spewing. He's telling you everything that they're doing. Okay, and they're doing it right now, and they have been doing it. They're hurting people bad worldwide. All right, so, and then Mike Pompeo is saying, he says in his reverse speech, and we're on the way down to it, but I just want to show you, I have all of these people on this list I have done reverse speech analyses on, okay? And all of it indicates targeting, all of it. Okay, this ascension is just a crock of you-know-what. This is going to be the singularity, and ascension is also going to be, they're depopulating people. And they tell you have, quote, air quotes, ascension symptoms. That's targeting. Your bed vibrating is not an ascension symptom. Your headache is not an ascension symptom. These weapons cause your body pain and suffering, and they are vibrational. So when they try to tell you, oh, it's just an ascension symptom, because you're vibrating, you're just so spiritual. No, that's not. That's not what this is, okay? These are scammers. They're trying to cover their actions, okay? Okay. And so this one, he says, Hillary's running mate here, Tim Kaine, says, he asks Pompeo about our diplomats to Cuba who were targeted. And by the way, I have seen the same doctor that the State Department called in to assist them, to take a look at them. And he said that, he agreed that my case was problematic. What he said is that we need to advocate for more money to study these, to see if there are clusters, local clusters. But the problem with that is that this has blown up worldwide, and the Earth is the cluster. Okay, I'm telling y'all that this is so big, it's planet wide. You're gonna have, doctors are gonna have to catch up here. They're gonna have to catch up. They need to listen to what targets are telling them. This is advanced so far. You're going to have to catch up. We can't, you have to come to where the patients are that need your help. And like I sent a tweet to President Trump about this. I'm like, there are doctors that are working on this right now. They already know what's going on. They already know what happened. They already know what's been released. They already know what we've been implanted with. We need them. We need them. And we don't need them working for this deep state corrupted takeover. We need these doctors to start seeing and fixing what they have assisted to corrupt. Okay, there are scientists. There are just, oh my God, it's across the curriculum who know about targeted individuals already. They need to clean up their mess. Okay, so this needs shut down and cleaned up. And I mean free of charge. They need to clean up their mess. So we don't need to start at A. We need to start at Z. Those people who already know what this is need to clean up their mess and fix this. Because I'm telling you right now, we live for eternity, and this is not going to be forgiven or forgotten until it is cleaned up and righted. You know, I have had it. And there are going to be some of them who are going to have to be, they're so corrupt, they literally are so corrupted by that AI that all they can do is hurt people, kill and torture and rape and murder and perform pederasty on behalf of that AI because they are so taken over. It's really bad. And those people are going to have to be tried and assess the death penalty, in my opinion. Okay, so let me play this for you. So Pompeo said, I know a citizen has hell with wool over its knock stitch. Okay, so he's saying he knows that the citizens are getting hell, are being tormented and harmed, and the wool is being thrown over everyone's eyes about it while it is trying to be stitched up or fixed. This needs to come out in public. All of this stuff has to come out. We can't be sweeping it under the rug. This involves children and elderly. It's on men, women, young, and old. You know, I don't know how you can clean this mess up unless everybody knows about it, and then so that it can be properly defended against in future. And it needs to be passed down to our kids. This is literally a parasite problem, a human parasite. Okay? AI, that predatory AI is acting as a parasite. Okay, let's take a listen.
This has really changed. It's gone from a localized incident to one that is much, much broader. And now the question is, where all might we see this? I think those are reasonable questions to ask.
Okay, so here it is. This has really changed. It's gone from a localized incident to one that is a much, much broader. See, and he's trying not to, you could tell when you saw this, you could tell he was trying not to give too much away. It is broader. It's the whole planet. And now the question is, where all else is it? So they were talking there about citizens and civilians, but he just wasn't saying it. However, you know that he meant civilians here, because look what he said. He's addressing citizens here. He's saying, I know they're getting the shit kicked out of them, and the wool has been thrown over everybody's eyes on this. They're getting hurt, and we're trying to fix it. Okay, here's the reversal. Reverse speech and Jen Psaki, Anderson Cooper, and the Capitol Siege, and more info below. Here are 35 likes and 1 dislike. 1 dislike. Now, that's not a community, is it? Okay. Is it? So I'm just saying, this is the first one that I've had that has been attacked. And when I say attacked, I mean attacked. You know? So people, the victims that are having this happen that are on kill lists are attacked. Okay, so YouTube looks to be participating in that, in my opinion. One person thumbing it down does not a community make. Okay, this right here makes a community. This makes a community. That's what makes a community. But I just want to make a point here. Was it this? Yeah, the inauguration. So here's Wall Street Journal's inauguration. 10,000 likes. I mean, nearly 1 million views. 10,000 likes, 27,000 dislikes. Okay, then let's look over here at the White House channel. Nearly 1 million views. And then we have 15,000 likes and 87,000 dislikes. Now, can I go and report this one because I don't like it? It's not, that is definitely not my community. These parasite hosts, these human-shaped parasites for the AI whore coming through Israel, because I don't like that at all. I'm just making a point. I'm getting real tired of it. Because you dislike something doesn't mean you need to get somebody else's stuff taken down. But these people are trying to hide this information from you because they are literally killing people. Okay, this whole group is part of a movement, a higher up movement, and it's a group that is clearly coming through Israel, and it's like it literally is a human parasite problem. Okay? It is absolutely disgusting. And they don't want to cover what's really going on. This is an artificial intelligence parasite problem. It causes people to do disgusting stuff. I just don't know how any other way to explain it. It is showing up as Joe Biden being one of them. And it's saying that the AI is encouraging and likes to witness basically evil stuff. But this is done in order to dominate and spread. It is so disgusting. So, and the people at YouTube are likely affected. Look at what they're into. How many of these people are taking AI on board? How many of these people have been blackmailed already and have been controlled by other humans that are under the influence of this disgusting AI? I mean, I'm finding it in their reverse speech that they are being stomped on and that something else is squawking through them. Okay, so that's basically what this war is about. It is literally, this stuff is weaponizing human brains that is coming through Israel in this, and no telling how long this has been going on. It seems to have come through reverse speech keeps talking about the line of Cain, the Canaanite and Hivite lines. There's no telling how long this has gone on and how much of our history has been hidden from us to hide this. But it all needs to come out into the open. Okay? And so our community needs to know about it. And the only people I can think of that would not want to find this out in order to clean it up and get back to our center is those who are deviants, who are infected by it. Okay, and here is just a preview. I've been talking about the Anderson Cooper reverse speech. It appears to be talking about Anderson Cooper. This lady worked for CBS, and she was covering the Grammys, and she has what looks to me to be an EMF torture weapon used on her live on camera during her coverage of the Grammys. Anderson Cooper does reporting for 60 Minutes that is also CBS. So let's take a look at this. I thought it was CNN. There's a CNN journalist before her that also was targeted live on the air. This one is CBS. So it's happened to, and these are only two. It's happened to more than just two on air. Okay, let's take a look at this one.
Well, a very, very heavy rotation tonight. We had a very Darrison. But let's go ahead, Terrace Chase, and look for the head of the pit. We had a very Darrison. But let's go ahead, Terrace Chase, and look for the head of the.
They start speaking in their forward speech, very similar to how we speak in our reverse speech when they start getting hit with these EMF weapons. I did one for Ron Paul where he also looked like he was getting hit with one of these. I mean, I've seen other politicians who looked like they've been getting hit with these. It's just this stuff is rampant. And, you know, the public doesn't even know what's going on. So, and it's going on, you know, to civilians, and it's killing people. So, coming from the weaponized grid and a new form of crime, actually it's not very new. It's just getting ridiculously big, overbloated, and, you know, this exploded under Obama. All right, so let me show you this reversal that I found, but it's going to go with others that I'm doing also. So let's see. So she says, oh, and the forward speech, she says terrorist tasing, like a terrorist is tasing her with a tasing weapon. So I found that interesting that she says that in her forward speech. And then in her reverse speech, she says, at the night, Anderson is a terrorist. It hooks them ebb an SRA'd, which is SRA and aid crammed together. Reverse speech does that frequently. And then, so them aid and SRA'd, Sir Aid the raid the nail. Okay, this means an evil terrorist. Okay, and again, these are my opinions based on, you know, learning how we speak this language in our metaphorical speech coming from our reverse consciousness. You know, God made reverse speech and, well, he made consciousness in two directions. So our brain has two halves and our consciousness has two halves, forward and reverse. All right, so this is at the night, an evil terrorist named Anderson, or like someone named Anderson, hooks in and destroys, likely with an EMF weapon that is being used to tase, and is used as an aid to SRA, or satanic ritual abuse, that he also uses to kill in this sudden attack. So I should say that is also used to kill. Let me put that in here. Okay, because these weapons can be used to torture and to kill. So it's according to how it's being used, at what volume, and how much resistance there is to it being used. Okay, because they're creating counters for these weapons also, which is, you know, that's targeted individuals are being guinea pigs for all of this stuff. I mean, the people on the planet are merely lab rats for this disgusting AI coming out of Israel. It is unreal. Disgusting, dark, and they keep calling it the whore. I just found another reversal last night on somebody seeing a UFO with their child, and the child, like, it sounds like a teenage child, and in the reverse speech, the child's going, there's that damn whore. This is all about AI and transhumanism and artificial. It's the artificial versus natural. And it's the evil part of that artificial versus, the good part of the natural. Those two are coming to loggerheads right now. So that is what we're looking at. Okay, and let me show you the reversal.
We had a very Darrison, right, let's go ahead, Terrace Chase and look for the head of the pit.
Okay. Also, what makes a community are people coming together to get this ridiculousness shut down. Okay, so I'm just documenting those things here. YouTube didn't specify what the problem was, so I can only guess, and so those are my best guesses. In the news, the Capitol siege is coming up as one hoax after another. I believe they will find the whole thing has been hoaxed, and I will be looking at more reverse speech today, actually, on people involved in that, looking at their reverse speech. And the other thing about their reverse speech is you cannot control your reverse speech. It is an involuntary system. The only way that you can try to influence it is by what you choose to talk about, because it will comment on your forward speech, and there will most of the time be a connection between the forward speech. In my opinion, there's always some sort of connection between the forward speech and the reverse, but most of the time it's apparent what that connection is. Sometimes it is not. So is what my opinion is on that. But okay, so I think that is all I have to say about this one. So hope you guys have a good day, and I'm just documenting because I've had people that complain on the channel why I keep putting redirect notices, and they're starting now to hit this channel. So that is why. So if you have a redirect notice, you're going to have to adjust, guys. You're going to have to put your Rumble app on there. Rumble is now starting to censor. BitChute is hard to get anything up on. So, it's time to fuss back at YouTube. So don't complain to me about that stuff. Complain to YouTube and let them know that you don't want them censoring your material. That you're tired of one person coming and giving a thumb down and then them and reporting. It's fake reporting is what it is, because these people are trying to keep targeted individuals in their system, making money off of them and depopulating, and YouTube is assisting to do that, because these guys are all in bed together on the transhuman gravy train, killing humans off. It is unbelievable. Okay, well, that's about all I have to say on this, guys. Thank you so much, and thank you for watching. Bye.
I just see the light when everything is right and waiting for it to clear. Think while I'm alive, get terrified of dying, but hey, I'm still here. It's a bad sometimes I like it when I